It's truly my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Her name is Anagha Surendran. She is a youth ambassador for REACH. She was born in 2006 in New Delhi. She moved to Houston with her family at the young age of 2. Her mother, Suba, is a dedicated nurse. Her father, Judge Surendran, they've worked diligently to provide her and her sister Sandra with endless opportunities here. Anagha is currently a freshman at the University of Texas at San Antonio. She's majoring in communication, but she does plan to follow in her father's footsteps and attend law school. And beyond academics, Anagha finds joy in running, playing with her beloved dog Buddy, reading, writing, and cherishing moments with her family. Please join me in welcoming Anagha as she shares her experience in facing mental health challenges.
As a child, I aspired to be someone great. I had no doubt in my mind that I would achieve incredible things in the future. It was only a matter of time. One of my favorite childhood memories are of my parents standing proudly in the audience as I was holding an award, smiling as they tried to take as many pictures as possible. Afterwards, telling me how proud they were of me. I started playing the violin in 4th grade, and I eventually excelled into a varsity orchestra play. I also ran track in high school and made it to the Junior Olympics in 2021 for the 4x800 meter relay. I was an honor student, taking advanced classes throughout my school years. My life was steadily going uphill, and I thought life could only get better. But my life took a drastic turn. It would take me so long to get ready every morning before school, because I needed to get everything to be perfect before I left my home. I had to clean my room, my shoes, my backpack, my phone, and make sure that I too was completely perfect in every way. I know it sounds irrational, but these were the thoughts that would go through my head, and I could not control my mind, as my mind was controlling me. I would get up in the middle of the night and pray 8 times, and if I had a negative thought in the middle of those prayers, I would redo it. I had to enter every room with my right foot, or else I'd have to walk out and do it again. Sometimes I'd feel as though whatever I touched was contaminated, so I'd clean it immediately. It was exhausting, but I felt as though I had to do these things because my mind would tell me that if I didn't do certain things in a certain manner, something bad would happen. I believed I had obsessive-compulsive disorder, but I didn't know how to explain this to my parents. I feared they would think I was crazy or making things up, but they believed me, and their only concern was my recovery. My mom found a team of doctors at Baylor Medical Center who specialized in treating OCD. And from there, I was officially diagnosed with OCD in 2021. Progress was never linear, and I felt that recovery was unimaginable. I had to miss school several times a week for doctor's appointments. My dad would sacrifice his time and well-being, driving me an hour there and back, attending treatments with me, and taking advice and instructions from the doctors to help me get better. My dad was working hard with his campaign to become a judge at this time, all while trying his hardest to keep his daughter alive. I started getting to school late every single day. My grades started slipping since I wasn't attending class, and I eventually had to stop orchestra. I was disappointed that I was letting one of my passions go, but I still held on to track. Though I was late to school every day, I was always motivated to go no matter what because I had track to look forward to. Track was my last period of the day, so sometimes I would have to skip practice in order to go to Baylor. My coaches had told me they see great things in my future. I focused on improvement and doing the best I could do to make myself proud. But soon my coaches had no choice but to let me go because of my failing grades. They were not allowed to let me compete if I was not passing. I remember crying in the locker room and going home and crying some more. I never told my coaches or teammates what I was dealing with, so I didn't know how to explain my failing grades. My coaches and friends in school often thought I was just skipping class or lazy. I didn't know how to tell them I was suffering mentally, and I didn't think they would take me seriously. Eventually, I stopped dreaming. I let go of track, and at this point, I didn't even want to go to school. I was admitted into a mental hospital in April of 2022 for suicidal thoughts. I was so confused on where my life was headed and how I even got to this point. My parents fought so hard for me, and it was with their help as well as my teachers in school that I passed 10th grade. 11th grade came and I told myself that I would go to school every day and that I wouldn't let my parents worry about me like they had the previous year. But what I wanted did not happen. I was on the brink of failing once again, and once again with the help of my parents, teachers, and counselors, I got through 11th grade. I had been taking large doses of pills to treat my OCD, and this would often make me extremely tired to where I couldn't even get up from bed. When senior year arrived, I decided to stop medication because I wanted to see if it would make a difference. I had to be focused this year, as I had to start applying for colleges, and I had to graduate at the end of the school year. That was the big goal. But by the first semester, I was struggling again. My father let my teachers know once again what I was going through. I worked extremely hard to pass the first semester and apply to colleges on time. My second semester of senior year was the worst semester in all of my high school years. I was absent at one point for 3 months consecutively, but at this point, my counselor and teachers weren't certain about my graduation. My father fought extremely hard to help me with mental health accommodations. My second semester of high school was when I decided to get back on medication. My dad would cry every morning, asking God why it had to be me, begging me to get up and telling me that he didn't want to see me fail. I had gotten accepted to colleges, but I knew that I couldn't attend it if I didn't graduate high school. My graduation was uncertain until the very last day of high school, but I had worked so hard, and thankfully, I was cleared at the very last minute to graduate. I was so proud of myself. I just wanted my parents to be proud of me too. I wanted them to be smiling in the audience like when I was a child as I walked the stage. My father would always tell his friends and almost everybody he met with how brilliant his daughters are. He still does, and he tells me and my sister almost every day as well. My parents' open-mindedness to learn, their advocacy, and their continued fight to help me recover is the reason I'm still here today. In Indian culture, mental illness is often thought of as taboo, but my parents believed in me and supported me from the beginning. They did everything they could to get me all the support and resources I need, without even worrying about their own well-being. OCD is something that has affected not only my life, but the lives of my family as well. Though I've lost a lot, I gained so much strength and bravery. I've overcome every obstacle that's come my way, and I've learned to be calm and patient in any situation. I learned that there's so much more beauty and order within chaos rather than perfection. And now, as I'm on the continuous road to recovery, I know that mental health resources like Reach Mental Wellness can help people like me who struggle with mental health challenges. Reach creates awareness and educates the community regarding mental health. They share resources that are available with the community, which can make a significant difference for those dealing with mental health issues. The access to such resources is not just important for me, but for others who face similar challenges. Everyone deserves the opportunity to get the help they need, and Reach Mental Wellness is helping provide that support for people who need it most. I'm currently in my first year of college, and I dream of becoming a lawyer one day. I'm still learning how to live with this illness, but I know that everything will be okay in the end. Something I always tell myself in times of self-doubt is to turn the page. Turn the page and do better today than what you did yesterday. You can't wait until life isn't hard anymore to start being happy. Thank you.